Top of the hour, as Ralph Stoltz is our director. Tanya, number 19 for the season. Have you ever seen anything like it? Once in a while in the Eastern Pacific, we get those alphabets, those letters of the alphabet way up past the middle. Sounds like alphabet soup with all the names we've had. But Tanya comes in as number 19 of the named storms in the 11th hurricane, second only to 1969 with hurricanes, second only to 1933 with tropical storms or hurricanes. 33, there were 21. 80 miles an hour. We've got a new updated advisory now, so it is strengthening. Estimated pressure down a few millibars to 980. 31.7, 55.3, and moving north at 13 miles an hour. Now, it has curved a little bit to the left as that northern movement progresses, just sort of stalling for a while, waiting for another blast of energy from the west to pick it up and take it further on out to the ocean. A little bit of a high built to the north and sort of blocked it from moving east anymore. Some of the winds around the high directing it more to the left of course. But Tanya, very well developed. We're looking at an eye, if anything. We haven't had aircraft in there, but ships have observed near hurricane conditions. But no threat to the U.S. Bermuda right about here should be no weather. But not much of that cold air, except at night. We'll really get into the Puget Sound or down to Portland, and the southwest and southern Cal stays under low pressure, but it's a heat low. Here comes all the moisture from the Gulf of Mexico. High pressure, though, rains from Boston to New York, Washington, down to Atlanta. Some pretty dry weather, but clouds increasing nonetheless in the south. These are highs for tomorrow, 30s all the way to Minneapolis, Minnesota, and on into La Crosse, Wisconsin, 50s to Cleveland and Detroit, and 80s. Now that the World Series is over, you'll get some warm weather in Atlanta after some chilly weather there, and in also in Cleveland. Look at this, highs in the teens. It should be up around 50 degrees this time of year for a high. Into North Dakota, folks, these are highs, not lows. As 70s fall to 50s in Cincinnati, New York City, about 60s as we get a little bit later in the week. But the East Coast is protected for a while by a ridge as we see strong thunderstorms, Oklahoma to Memphis. The snow continues in the I-80 corridor, the I-25 corridor, moving out maybe to Minnesota again. Then the blockade is over, and all of a sudden that rain sweeps right to the East Coast as the west dries down by Friday. Well, stay with us. The Florida forecast comes.
Convenient and dependable, only on the Weather Channel.
The bottom of the hour.